That's probably the $1 million question, because it's something that not easy to define. But I would say in simple terms, when Muslims live nowadays in a financial system that is technically unprecedented in the history of Islam.
Yes.
So there need to be a starting point from the primary text in Sharia, from the Quran, the holy book of the Muslims, of course, and the Sunnah, the practices, the approvals, the actions of Prophet Muhammad, praise be upon him. So to start from there. And interestingly, there is a branch in Sharia called Fiqh al-Mu'amalat. If you translate that loosely, it will be Islamic commercial jurisprudence. Mm-hmm. And it's interestingly, this branch focused on commercial transactions, on commerce, on trade, on partnerships, on leasing, all different types of things that we do in our everyday life. And finance was invariably part of it. Yes. It was an added on kind of activity with it. And this was the starting point where, or if you want, the base where Islamic finance took, the main guidance and inspiration from, Fiqh al-Mu'amalat or the Islamic commercial jurisprudence, and trying to apply it to this industry. So that's in terms of concept. Industry-wise, it was institutionalized probably around 50 years ago, 55 years ago.
So we're talking about now the banking side.
Yes. Yeah. It was actually the very first attempt. It was traced to Egypt, where there was a project of doing a form of, profit sharing. I would probably not a bank, but a financial institution of attracting deposits and providing financing. I think it's called Meet Qamr. And then later on, I think there is also a discussion on which one is the first Islamic bank, because interestingly, I think people say it was Dubai Islamic Bank was set up somewhere in the 1970s. Okay. But I've learned when we were doing a project in Philippines, there is a bank there called Amana Islamic Investment Bank, which was also set up, around the same time.
Right.
So that's more or less like the institutionalization of the Islamic finance industry, particularly when most of the Muslim majority country were starting, new republics after the end of some form of colonization. And this is where they realize, there is a demand for this, type of financial system. So that's how we started to, to institutionalize